Okay, today I'm going to be trying this tutorial with fantasy film and alcohol inks. The alcohol inks I'm using, I have a 3-pack of Tim Holtz. It's the Adirondack. And I've only got 3 different colors. I've got I'm not sure of the actual names, but I've got the teal. It may be on here somewhere, but anyways, this is teal. This is the magenta. And I know this one's called butterscotch. Ignore the bottles, they're kind of messy because I've used them a lot. And then I have fantasy film. You can read right there about it for a bit. But apparently you can purchase it at artglitter.com, and it's kind of neat. It's like this, it's translucent. Hold on, and I'll show you what it looks like before you mess with it. It's, you can see it comes on this roll, and it's clear. It's kind of rainbowish. And anyways, it's translucent. But I've been playing around with it a little bit. I didn't know if the alcohol inks would work on it or not, but this was my first trial. You see if you hold it up to the light, it's the different colors. It actually might look better if I laid it on a piece of plain paper towel. There's what it looks like. And it actually works really well on it. I'd kind of been searching for some surfaces for alcohol inks. I know I've used photo paper before, but just kind of experimenting. So this is really neat. This turned out really neat. I'm not sure if it's dry yet. What I did was I crinkled up the fantasy film. And, crinkled it really good. And then I uncrinkled it, if that's even a word. And then I put my alcohol inks on it. And you can see how cool that kind of turned out. This trio right here of the teal, the magenta, and the butterscotch. You can see it mixes. So you also end up with a lime green and a purple. And you can get a little bit of orange in there too. You can see, sorry, it's kind of blurry, but you can see right there, if it mixes right, it turns into kind of an orange color. Not really sure. Okay, so it wasn't completely dry. You can see some of it kind of came off of my paper towel there. But once it is dry, I think it would make a neat texture to layer over a book page for kind of a mixed media look there. So I'll go ahead and show you how I did this, even though I've already kind of explained the process, if I can get my camera set up here in a way that will allow you to see what I've done. So, I'm sorry, let me prop my camera up. I'm new to this, so maybe the more I do, the more I will learn, but hubby suggested that I do this with maybe record myself doing some artwork or some crafting videos. So I'm going to cut off a piece of the fantasy film. Let me grab one more book here to prop my camera up on. And that should be perfect. There we go. Should be perfect. Ignore my messy desk. I've been crafting a bit today. And right now it smells like alcohol in here from this alcohol ink. So anyways, I'm going to cut a piece that I can work with about, I don't know, about 8 inches of the fantasy film. And again, it's clear. It's kind of an acetate material. So I'm going to crinkle it up real good. Just crinkle it really, really good. And my fingers are stained. Crinkle it good. Alright, then you're going to uncrinkle it. Makes a cool little bubbly poppy noise. There we go. That's what it looks like when it's uncrinkled before you add anything to it. So now I'm going to start adding my inks, and I'm just going to try to flatten it out a little better. So you can see I've kind of got it flat on the paper there. That yellow that you can see, that's the actual color of it. It gives off. So I'm just going to play with some color. We're going to use the teal first. Just put it in various areas. You can see it I'll show you here in a second. It gets into the crevices where I've crinkled the paper. And it kind of gives it some depth. Here, I'll let you see. I probably should have done it with a clean paper towel underneath so you could see better. I'll learn as I go. But you can see it kind of gets into those crevices where the crinkles are at and gives some depth to the alcohol ink. Let me flip my paper over here. I'm at the risk of making a mess, just so you can see what I'm working with on some clear paper. There we go. Okay, so there we go. You see it on clear paper. See how neat that looks? Anyways, let's play with some more color here. Gonna add in some of my magenta. I'm gonna flatten out this edge right here though, because it's wanting to stick up some, and I don't want my ink to run all over the place. A little nice sprinkle here and there. This is gonna be fun to play with later once it's completely dry. I like mixed media, so this will be very cool layered over some book pages. And you can see when this magenta mixes with the teal, it does turn into a purplish look. So that's what I'm saying. If you have these 3 Adirondack inks, the magenta, I know this one's called Butterscotch, and then the teal, you can pretty much get whatever colors that you need. So see, there's some purple where they've mixed together. Your pink. Again, that yellowish hue is from the fantasy film itself. It's kind of got a yellowish hue to it. They do come in various colors, I think. So now I'm going to add some butterscotch in here. And I'll show you here in a minute how it can create some lime green and of course, if you let it cake up too much, it's going to give you that black color where they all 3 run together. And nobody likes that. But anyways, there's some lime green where that butterscotch mixed with the teal. And then there's some orange where the butterscotch mixed with the magenta. So I don't like that dark yucky stuff you get. So I'm going to flip my paper over just real quick for a second so some of that can drain off of there. Let it drain for a minute. See how neat that looks? It's just, all I did was crinkle some I crinkled the fantasy film. You can get it from artglitter.com. And this is the Tim Holtz Adirondack inks. I crinkled it up and then I sprinkled splashed my inks around on there some. Of course, if you want to dilute your ink a little more, here's this other one. I think it's a little more dry now. Let me lay it down on the paper towel so you can see it better. Here's what it looks like. I almost don't want to mess with it any. But, if you do decide that it's not to your fancy, then you can dilute that ink some with just some rubbing alcohol, and I keep mine in a spray bottle. And anyways, you just spritz it a little. It's going to dilute it some. You can already see it going to work there. Maybe it will look pretty. I don't know, to me it kind of looks like rainbow colored foliage on, or leaves, the veins on leaves. I'm going to let that dry. I think it's going to be look good over some paper. Anyhow, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I'll get better at doing these videos. Don't know how many I will actually do because it's hard for me to focus on art and make tutorials too. But we'll try. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching.